welcome to Alongside Lauren. I am Lauren and I am so thrilled that you are spending some time on this Sunday in my kitchen while I get a few bits and pieces prepared for the week ahead. And I hope that you are also taking a few moments to do a few bits and pieces so that you are able to head in feeling relaxed and refreshed rather than harried on this Sunday afternoon. I am thrilled to be here after a little bit of a hiatus while I travelled overseas, and I have got so many ideas and am so excited to be able to show them to you. Now, we are preparing a few bits and pieces for our week, but most importantly, we are also preparing dinner for a belated Mother's Day for my mum, and we were away so that we weren't able to do Mother's Day last weekend, but I'm really looking forward to spoiling her tonight. And I just remembered that I need to remember to put her gift in a gift bag. Ooh, let's see if we can do that before 5:30. So I have just finished making a bolognese sauce, which we are going to serve with zucchini noodles this coming week. Now, ignore the fact that we're about to indulge in a 3-course dinner, but I did basically eat my way across the Pacific Northwest and carrying a few additional souvenirs in the way of kilograms after our holiday. So we are going to be focusing on some delicious but less indulgent meals over the next little while. So we thought that having a bolognese with zucchini noodles would be a great, delicious way to kick off that reset. So I've just finished cooking that all up, and we'll get it all in the container ready to go so that we will have dinner all good come Monday evening.
Yep, so I also have put on a few holiday souvenirs or pounds as they call it
In the US?
in the US. Yes. So hi, I'm Heath and
My
I
sous chef.
am Lauren's sous chef and husband and am here to hang out. Oh, what have you got going on there?
Oh, I've got a very sploshy bolognese sauce.
Righto, okay.
So I've got about 1 kilo of mince that I've cooked and have cooked up, or that sort of steamed, I guess, on top of the varoma. And I'm doing you a favour, darling, and I'm taking out the bay leaves now. But I've got a beautiful fresh bolognese sauce here
Very nice.
with lots of veg.
And
lots of
underneath
fresh
the
herbs.
sauce, did I see some mince?
Yeah, there's about 1 kilo worth of mince there.
Ah, cool. All right, so this is what we're going to be having all week,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome and one of my favorite dishes. And having it with zucchini noodles means that it's pretty low in the carb.
Yeah, and
Carb count,
and it sort of
which is
lightens the
good.
calories a little bit,
Yeah.
but also without sacrificing flavour.
Cool.
Delicious. So we'll pop a lid on that one and get it away. So the dinner's pretty much prepared for the week, which I'm thrilled about.
Nice.
So what I am going to serve for the 3-course dinner tonight is, well, I guess we're starting with dessert. I have got here some pears that we are poaching in red wine. So I'll just, oh, that colour is just sensational. So I'll just turn them over.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the ones that are closer to you because they're the only ones that we can. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that color. Oh, very good. They're bringing that red wine color right in, sucking up the juice. Ooh, very good. So some of those pears weren't entirely ripe, hey?
So that's why I thought that being able to get them poaching away in the red wine would be a good way to, I guess, make them still delicious and still work. And it's one of those weird things where actually having slightly underripe pears is good for the recipe. Otherwise, if they get really smushy, they'll get completely smushy before they get the opportunity to sort of take on the flavour of the red wine. So it's one of those few instances where having slightly underripe fruit is actually going to be of benefit for the recipe. So we'll continue to let those poach away in the red wine, and to serve tonight, it's a bit of an unusual dinner, but we're going to start with quail, which we are going to quickly roast with some orange and garlic and cumin, which I'm going to serve with a sort of orange and bitter herb salad. It's just a fancy way of saying rocket, but bitter herbs.
Bitter herbs.
And something that we really enjoyed when we were in the US and we haven't had too much of an opportunity to make here is clam chowder. Clams are not something which is readily available in Australia, and so we thought we would do a seafood chowder, which is a big favourite of my mum, and so we're going to work on that. But I thought first and foremost, glass of wine is the most important thing.
Oh yes, definitely.
So we've got a Chardonnay, referred to as Fistful.
Ooh. Cool. I presume they're talking about like a handful of grapes.
Yeah, handful of grapes. But yeah, it does. It sounds unnecessarily aggressive.
Hey, tell people about your cool apron.
I made this. I made
The end.
Yeah. So it's made out of a vintage tablecloth, which has got like horses.
Oh, nice.
Which
Yeah,
I
look
love.
at that.
But most importantly, it has pockets, which is fantastic when you're cooking and getting bits and pieces done around the house. I love pockets. Oh, we have had the best weekend, but it's been pretty full on. So we did a bit of a run this morning. So we're feeling in need of a bit of relaxation.
Yes.
Cheers.
Yes. Cheers. So you've been pretty busy in the kitchen for the last probably 2 hours or thereabouts, getting all of the like spag bowl things ready and getting the pears on.
Yeah,
and
I've
stuff
also
like that.
spent a little bit of time setting the table.
Yes. Yes.
Which is something that I always love to do.
Definitely need to show people the table. I might
And
take.
I like to sort of challenge myself when it comes to setting the table to sort of set a table that I feel is beautiful, but that is, kind of just using the bits and pieces that we've got around the house. So without needing to go to a lot of expense for something which, you aren't necessarily going to have people.
So hey, step
taking
us
home or
through.
anything like
Step
that.
us through what you've done with your table setting.
Well, I've sort of used our standard crockery and some charger plates that you bought me for my birthday years ago, and napkins with the cutlery there, matching glassware. I just think that by putting the crockery and the cutlery and the glassware out, it takes up landscape on the table, but it really just elevates it. But for the runner, I had some fabric that I got from a secondhand or it's like a sewing supply op shop. It's a really beautiful silk and cotton voile fabric in a gorgeous khaki colour. And so I've kind of just run it down the table, but sort of done it a little bit crumpled and a little bit zigzaggy, and I was trying to sort of go for a bit of an autumnal vibe.
It
so
looks great.
added in
Got a pumpkin.
just a pumpkin that I had in the veggie bin
Rando
on a
pumpkin.
cake stand, using up some old man's beard, which was in the tree at the front of the house, and a few other bits and pieces there as well. So it's kind of using what we've got around the house and that colour scheme that in a bit of was an autumn vibe. And it's not something that takes a lot of time, but it does just make your guests feel really special, which is exactly what we want for Mother's Day. So
Yeah.
I thought I would just get this salad kind of prepped ahead of time. So I've got my bed of bitter herbs, which is just rocket and spinach. My dad hates rocket, so he'll love this.
Was it on special, or did we pay full price for
We
this
paid
bag
full
of salad?
price for this one. I know, I know.
Unbelievable.
We'd
I was thinking it looks a little bit too fresh.
bit too nice. We'd popped into the supermarket last night because we needed to get some zucchini, and our normal supermarket didn't have any on Friday. And we were just planning to do one of our favourite sort of like go-to lazy dinners is buying dumplings from the supermarket when they're half price, like just the ones that you keep in the freezer. I think that.
Yep, that's good.
Good. Just ones that you get in the freezer section. When you get a chance, did you want to get
Yeah, what do you need?
maybe some... Actually, no, I don't think we need any herbs for this one. It's fine.
Okay. It's not really the star of the show, is it?
No, it's really not.
No.
Just getting some dumplings and then having them with like a green veg or something like that. Anyway, we ended up coming across a bag of kale, some fancy kale
slaw.
Yeah. And it was
It
delicious.
It came with like a little ranch dressing or something
which we
dressing, right?
didn't.
Which we didn't use, and we've got a really, really nice dressing from a trip that we did down south.
Yeah.
That's like a mustard and sesame
seed
and poppy seed. Yeah, that's right.
Which is really
mustard and
lovely.
poppy seed, and it's beautiful. So we used that instead, and that ended up being amazing. It ended up being a very good salad. And how much was the salad? 30 cents? Yeah, I think we paid 30 cents.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so I'm going to, now that I've got that prepared, can I get you to...
Zest?
Well, we'll zest it and then we'll zest it into the...
Yep.
I keep a... I pulled the zester out already. I've got a little plastic container that I keep in the freezer that I just put miscellaneous zest into.
It's a good trick.
Whenever we're using up oranges for stuff.
Does it get worse because it's in the freezer, or is it pretty bulletproof?
It's pretty bulletproof.
Yeah, I would have thought so too. Okay, so I'll zest this.
Yes, we'll zest 2 oranges. That one and this one.
From memory, was it zesting that got you?
Oh, I did a real number on myself, zesting an orange, and I zested a reasonable amount of my thumb at the same time.
Oh, it was deep.
Oh, it was really deep.
And it took days and days and days to look like...
Yeah, and because we were spending time with my family, and my gorgeous nieces who were very concerned as to why I injured myself so spectacularly. And I did explain that I didn't do it on purpose, but they still seemed
They seemed
very
like it was a... Yeah.
as to why I had hurt myself.
Yeah, exactly.
So with this particular sort of, I guess, post-marinade or glaze that we're going to put onto the quail, we need orange juice, garlic, cumin, and a bit of honey.
Cool. The honey is a good touch.
Yeah.
I imagine that, yeah, it gives it just... You have that salty and sweet combo.
Now, I know I have a very large container of cumin somewhere in this cupboard.
I'm sure it'll turn up.
It will. In classic Lauren, it can't have gone far.
Can't have gone far.
Haha. Amazing. Oh, you've done a great job.
Yep. Finishing off my muffin.
Fabulous job of finishing your muffin.
All right.
Okay.
So that one's
So that one's, if you want to
zesteronied.
pop the zest into the...
Yep. Zestified? Doesn't sound good, does it?
No, I'm just gonna leave that one hanging.
Zestify.
Watch yourself. Show me what you're working with. I think I'm definitely crossing a few.
There were a lot of
There's
things
a lot
that
of
just
things
happened
going on
there.
there.
Yes.
All right, so
I think I followed some of them.
yeah, and then definitely not all of them. All right, so before you put that lid on back on that container, you might recall that I said to zest that orange as well.
I know.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yep.
I thought you were gonna just put it away.
All good. No.
You little face.
All
Lauren.
good. I'm on it. I am on it. Oof.
And by on it, do you mean also axing yourself?
Hopefully not. So, we did a really big run today, as Lauren was explaining, and afterwards, we lined up for coffee,
We did.
and we were just chatting away,
Yeah.
just chatting to ourselves.
Well, like to each other, not like
Yeah, just chatting
not
to each
me
other.
like chatting to to Lauren herself.
And the guy behind us just turned around and asked us about how we ran and how things went, and asked us whether we were tired, and said that in the past, if he'd done one of these runs, he hadn't run that day. In the past, if he'd done one of these runs, he would have liked somebody else to go up and get his coffee for him because he was just too exhausted. And we were like, yeah, it is pretty tiring. We're both pretty tired, and I must say I'm pretty tired, particularly after that one.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened?
That really nice man bought our coffee and paid for our coffee for
Yeah,
us.
he just turned around and said, "I want to pay for your coffees."
We just felt so
Oh,
blessed.
what a blessing.
Actually, I'd love to, I guess, pay it forward some way today. That would be really nice.
It's a good It was just such an act of kindness out of love, a random act of kindness, you know.
Yeah, I felt really, really special.
Yeah, it was very kind.
Very nice. But no, it was beautiful. So we did we were running as part of Main Beach 30. Did not do the 30. We did the 15.
We ran 15, but 15 is still really far.
Oh, and it was
And it's hard going.
A really, really great course too. So I'm just smushing up some garlic, technical term. Recipe said 1 clove, so of course I put in 2.
We love our garlic.
We
We love
do.
our bread. We love our butter.
And most of all, we love,
We love our garlic.
Oh, speaking of which, so to go with the chowder, I'm so proud of this. I was going to make some very nice sourdough cornbread, but instead, I'm treating my mum to a cheese and garlic baguette that I got on sale for 26 cents.
Oh yeah. And the crazy thing is, like, it was one of the fresh ones, so you can understand that it had a short expiry,
Yeah.
and it was expiring today, so a day later. But we ended up getting 2, right? We got
Yeah, we
that
did.
one and a different little
And
one.
a different one.
Yeah, and what we just froze the
We just
one that
froze them.
yeah
Yeah,
just froze
it's
the ones
perfect.
that we weren't ready to have. So
All right. So, did you want to juice this orange?
can do.
And what I'm going to do is just take the skin off this orange and then cut it into rounds to adorn the salad.
Nice.
So because this salad is, it's weird because we're kind of having like basically 2 entrees.
With the seafood chowder,
the seafood chowder.
as a main. That is a bit unusual, but it's also one of your mum's favourites, so makes sense to have a nice big serve of it. So if you are watching live, let us know what you're going to be eating this week.
Oh, totally.
And whether you're preparing it in advance or whether you're just preparing it throughout the week. We know that what we do is perhaps a little bit unusual,
Yeah. But it's
But-
helpful for us.
but it works for us. Yep.
Hello.
It works for us. Hello.
Hello.
We were teaching Lauren's nieces about.
Yes. When you
Hello.
do something, you go, oh, hello.
Whoop.
Or when I do something, that's what I do.
It was
anyway.
funny because our oldest niece pretty much said it almost immediately after
Yeah. After I
you'd brought it up,
brought it up.
because she thought it was a bit funny, and then all of a sudden she was doing it. All right, I've got a boatload of
Perfect.
juice there for you. That was quite a nice juicy.
Yeah.
gone
I
in there?
hoped that was going to be the case.
Yeah, you go for it.
So I'm just going to pour it in.
So remind me, what have we got in there so far?
So we've got honey, cumin, and garlic.
Garlic. Okay. Honey, cumin, and garlic.
I'm a bit concerned is probably not quite the right word, but
Yep.
I don't know if maybe it needs a bit of soy or something for some
Oh,
salt.
to give it a bit of saltiness. Can if you want. Unless you plan on
Well, I'm gonna
really
salt
salting
and
the quail.
pepper the quail. Actually,
Make it nice and salty.
I might grab the quail.
Yeah,
If you want to mix that,
I can mix that.
I'll keep
Yeah.
a slice of the orange.
Sure. I can, once I've mixed that up, I can grab it out and open it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then I'll just show you. So they're little butterfly.
Because a lot of
Quail.
people won't have actually cooked quail, I'd say. I know we hadn't until recently. So we got it from a butcher up north, right?
Yes. Well, northern New South Wales.
Oh, down south then.
So north, but just not for us.
North of other places, which is everywhere.
Yep.
All right.
So that looks quite lovely. I'll cover that in cling wrap and then pop it in the fridge.
Smells like perfect
Yeah.
in that it doesn't have much smell at all, and we
Yeah.
love that with poultry.
Exactly.
All right.
So they've been butterflied, which is great. I'm just going to see if I can grab a tin.
Just trying to separate them out. Oh, they are just so teensy.
Yeah, I don't know if struggled with that is quite the right word, but
Yeah.
it was a similar battle that I had the last time I cooked it. I'm sorry for the crashing and the clattering. I'm contemplating just cooking them in the air fryer tray.
So yeah, this is it right here,
Yeah.
right?
So that's a whole butterflied quail.
That's an entire quail right there. That little guy just kind of opened out. So
And so that's why it'll be a perfect entree for 4.
because you can have half a quail each. Yeah. Which is pretty
And
cool.
it's really like it. Yeah, it's
Pretty
certainly
cool.
not a.
I'll let you. Now
Yeah.
they are still a tad frozen. I'm not
That's
sure if
alright.
that will impact your
Well, we'll just
planning.
leave them out because we'll cook them in maybe like 15 minutes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Very good.
But there they are, just
Very
like
good.
little quail, little butterfly quail. They're
Yeah.
delicious. And so what I'll do is I'll salt and pepper the teeny tiny wee quail, and I'll cook them at a fairly high heat, and we'll glaze them partially with the marinade. Turn them after 10 minutes, glaze again, and we'll reduce the marinade so that it will be a beautiful glaze that we can put on top of the quail. And I'll sort of cut them up, add them to the beautiful orange salad that we've got there, and it will look really, really classy. And it hasn't taken up much time at all, which is exactly the dream of what you want when you're doing a 3-course dinner. So we've got a few bits and pieces that we're going to be continuing getting on with in terms of preparing the chowder, me remembering to wrap up my mother's gift, and getting a few other bits and pieces ready for our week. And we hope that you are also taking a little bit of time to get yourself prepared for the week ahead. And we can't wait to do this all again next week on Alongside Lauren.